History doesn't whisper, it screams. But humanity keeps pressing mute. Empires fall and new empires repeat their mistakes. Economies collapse and the same greed returns. Disasters strike and the same warnings are ignored. Today's world feels new, but almost everything happening now has already happened before. If you want to understand where humanity is heading, you must first understand where humanity refused to learn. Subscribe to Top 10 Untold, where forgotten history exposes the future. Because what comes next has already happened once. Warning 10. The Chinese flood cycle nobody ever stopped. For over 2,000 years, China has battled the same enemy. Its rivers. The Yellow River, nicknamed China's Sorrow. Dynasties rose promising to control it. Dynasties fell when it destroyed them. In 11 AD, massive floods wiped out farms, starving millions and helping collapse the Qin dynasty. In 1642, desperate generals broke dikes to stop rebels, flooding cities and killing 300,000 civilians instead. In 1931, one of the deadliest floods in human history drowned over 3 million people. Each time, leaders said, "We will fix it forever." Each time, poor planning, corruption, and rushed engineering made the next disaster worse. Even today, massive dams promise control, yet extreme floods continue. Present parallel. Modern mega projects worldwide promise to conquer nature. But climate change makes old mistakes more dangerous. Future warning. Will humanity finally adapt wisely, or keep believing concrete can overpower rivers forever? Warning 9. The debt collapse loop that never ends. Ancient Rome loved borrowing. So did medieval kingdoms. So did colonial empires. So does the modern world. Rome borrowed heavily to fund wars and luxury. When debt grew too high, emperors debased currency, mixing cheap metals into gold coins. Result: mass inflation, loss of trust, economic chaos. Fast forward. 1700s, France drowned in royal debt. French Revolution. 1920s, Germany printed money. Hyperinflation madness. 2008 global crash fueled by reckless borrowing. Modern nations drowning in trillions of debt again. Every generation swears, this time it's different. It never is. Present parallel. Governments print money to delay pain. Prices rise. Trust erodes. Future warning. History shows debt doesn't disappear. It explodes. Warning 8. Empires that expanded until they choked. The pattern is ancient. Assyria expanded too fast, collapsed. Rome conquered endlessly, couldn't manage borders. The Mongols overstretched, fractured. The British Empire ruled too much, dissolved. Expansion brings power. Overexpansion brings exhaustion. Rome had to defend thousands of miles of frontier. Taxes skyrocketed. Armies stretched thin. Local loyalty faded. Invaders walked in. Present parallel. Modern superpowers maintain bases across the globe. Massive military budgets strain economies. Future warning. History says no empire escapes this cycle. Growth without limits leads to collapse. Warning 7. Famine policies that kept killing millions. In the 20th century alone. Soviet Ukraine starvation. Mao's Great Leap Forward famine. Colonial famines in India, all caused not by nature but by bad policy. Leaders ignored reality. Grain quotas stayed high while people starved. Officials hid failures to please rulers. Result: tens of millions dead. And yet, modern governments still manipulate food systems. Still ignore local conditions. Still prioritize numbers over lives. Present parallel: supply chain crises, food inflation, centralized farming risks. Future warning: when food becomes political, hunger becomes deadly. Warning 6. This war will be short, every time. World War I began with optimism. Soldiers marched expecting to be home by Christmas. Instead, 4 years of trenches, millions dead. World War II leaders believed quick victories too. Even recent conflicts began with bold promises of fast success. None were. War always lasts longer, costs more, destroys more. Present parallel: modern wars still begin with confidence. Future warning: history shows war optimism is one of humanity's deadliest illusions. Warning 5. Pandemic mistakes on repeat. During the Black Death, 1300s. Cities hid cases. Officials delayed action. People spread rumors. Millions died. During the 1918 flu. Governments downplayed severity. Public events continued. Masks were resisted. Millions died. During modern pandemics. The same denial. The same delays. The same misinformation. Present parallel: human behavior never changes under fear. Future warning: next pandemic will test if we finally learned or repeat the same funeral. Warning 4. Housing bubbles through the ages. In 1600s Netherlands, tulip bulbs sold for house prices. Crash. In 1800s Britain, railway investment mania. Crash. 1920s America, property boom. Crash. 2008 global bubble. Crash. Every time, prices rise fast. Everyone believes it will never fall. Speculation explodes. Then collapse wipes out millions. Present parallel: property prices soaring again worldwide. Future warning: history's bubbles always pop, always. Warning 3. Military overconfidence that invited disaster. Napoleon invaded Russia confidently. Winter destroyed his army. Hitler repeated the same mistake. Same result. Japan underestimated U.S. industrial power in World War II. Crushed. Arrogance blind strategy. Present parallel: modern powers underestimate opponents again. Future warning: history punishes arrogance brutally. Warning 2. The rise of authoritarianism after crisis. After Roman chaos, emperors seized total power. After Germany's economic collapse, Hitler rose. After revolutions, dictators often followed. Fear makes people trade freedom for security. Every time. Present parallel: crises today increase strongman popularity worldwide. Future warning: history warns. Emergency power rarely disappears. Warning 1. Technology hype that always crashes. Ancient canals promised endless wealth. Railroads promised unstoppable growth. .com internet boom promised instant riches. Crypto bubbles promised revolution. All followed same pattern. Mass hype. Wild investment. Collapse. Technology evolves, human greed doesn't. Present parallel: AI, digital assets, new tech gold rush. Future warning: Innovation survives. Hype never does. History isn't a straight line. It's a circle. Floods repeat. Greed repeats. Power rises and falls. Mistakes return wearing new clothes. The future isn't unknown. It's recycled. The real question is, will humanity finally learn, or are we trapped inside history's loop forever? Subscribe to Top 10 Untold for the stories history tried and failed to teach us.